Hello and welcome to today's Q&A with me, Chloe. Today's question comes from Lisa, who asks about using LinkedIn as a resume holder. Now, for those of you in the UK, we call resumes CVs, but essentially it's the same thing. Now, a lot of people do use LinkedIn in that way. They use it to host basically their CV or their resume. It's a professional social network, and if you fill in the sections, a lot of it looks like a resume or a CV. Here's the thing. The CV, the traditional CV or the resume is dying out. Nobody cares. Nobody is paying attention to that, I promise you. And if you're applying for a job or even like trying to get a promotion, you are in a stack of this much and it's all noise. It's all the same. It's not going to attract anyone's attention. The way you do that is by putting in the effort to build your personal brand online. Now, LinkedIn is a wonderful way to do that. Your LinkedIn profile is an incredible way to do that. But the idea is not to set it up like a traditional resume. Now, one of the things Lisa said in her question was she wanted to keep it separate because she had all of her experience and she wanted to include that on her resume because, of course, that all shows the value that she brings to the table. But again, here's the thing. Nobody cares. What people care about is what's in it for them. So you can take your resume, translate it into a really well put together LinkedIn profile, and essentially you can link people to that, and that is going to stand out. Not only that, but if you're using your LinkedIn profile correctly and you've set it up correctly, then you're going to attract so many more leads from LinkedIn itself, much higher quality leads. So what do I mean by setting it up correctly and what's in it for me? Well, on LinkedIn, you have your summary section, you have your work experience, of course you've got your volunteer section and your contact section. So what you want to do is, instead of taking your experience and just placing it in and what you did and why it mattered and why you're so awesome at what you did, you want to think, okay, well, how does this experience impact the people I am trying to reach? And you want to reword it so that it speaks directly to your end user, whoever you're trying to attract. Now, the other thing you want to do, that's just to look at the work experience. I kind of flipped it. I should have started with a summary. In the summary, you have 2,000 characters, and that's where you want to say who you are, what you do, who you can help, how you can help, and how that makes their life better. Those 5 points. Now, you want to break it up. The text is, LinkedIn used to be super text heavy. Now you can use emojis, so you want to use that to break up your text and draw the eye to certain points that you want to make. Now, when I say use emojis, I don't mean like on Twitter or on Facebook where they can fun and lots. Try to focus on sort of arrows or ticks or like the more serious ones. You know, you're not trying to be silly. It is a professional network, but just to draw attention to particular points. You want it to be so that the right person lands on your profile and instantly knows that you are the right person for them, right? And the best way to do that is to put your core message right at the top. This is who I am. This is how I help. This is the problem I solve, rather. Sorry, let me rewind that. This is who I am. This is the problem I solve for this set of people, and this is how this solution makes your life better. Keep that as your core message up the top, and then you can use the summary to break that down into a little bit more detail using those 5 points as mentioned. Now, the other thing you want to do is add media. You have got to add sort of like, if you can do like an intro video on YouTube and link that onto your summary, that is wonderful. You can then attach like a one-page LinkedIn CV if you want, or resume if you want, but I would use that media section to really show your personality and what you're all about. Create that custom video, because that's what's going to stand out. You know, not everybody does that, and that is not something you can get on a traditional resume, right? It really shows who you are as a person, and that's what people are going to be attracted to. That's what's going to make them say, yes, that is who we need for our company, or that is who we want to hire, right? So use that media section. The same in the work experience and things like that as well, but especially that top summary section. And do keep in mind that you can move your LinkedIn profile around. You can move the sections if you wish. I would keep the summary at the top, of course, because it's an overview. of what you do. And of course, when I say share your core message, make it very clear who should contact you. Make it clear up front so the right person landed on your profile can be like, yep, that's it, and they can hit connect. Again, in your work experience, flip it. So talk to the user. And I would say first person. Lots of people try and make their LinkedIn profile sound really professional by putting everything in third person. That doesn't make you sound cool. It makes you sound like you don't really care about me, the reader. Speak to me and talk to me and help me, because I'm on your profile looking for help, right? So speak in first person, get to know people. Don't put that barrier up. It just puts trust barriers up that you're trying to break down. So it doesn't really serve a purpose, and it definitely doesn't do you any favors if it's done for an ego tactic, right? This person talking in third, I just don't like it. Let's just move on. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Talk in first person. And again, so I'm only touching on a few points here, but to also reiterate, in the contact section, make it very clear the type of people you want to connect and what the next step is. Let people know. Now, one thing I didn't mention in the summary, this is all over the place. I apologize. I'm full of the cold. I will redo this video for you, Lisa, and anybody who wants it redone if you wish. In the summary section, also, if you can include like a link to a free PDF guide or something of value that showcases what you do, instead of telling people what you do, show them the value that you add. Take any risk or objections away by giving them something that shows who you are and what you do and what you bring to the table. And yeah, and make use of keywords. That is key on LinkedIn. That is how your profile is ranked. 1, make sure that your profile is 100% complete. 2, make sure you have a professional photo. Always, none of that Snapchat nonsense, peoples. You want a professional photo up there. And in your tagline, you want to talk to that person. So in mine, I have like director of C4 Compete, that keyword director. So people that are looking for decision makers, online marketers, social media strategists, because again, that's what people are looking for. You've got to think, what are they typing in as the search? So you might be thinking, I'm a social media company, but that's not what people tend to search. They might search social media manager, social media marketer, social media strategist. So you have to think about the keywords your audience is using and include those in. And then right at the end, I have a question that says, how can I help you? And I put you in capitals. So I really stand out. Where people are talking about themselves, I'm saying, how can I help you? And if I'm linking, I'm using the keywords right, that's something you can take and use as well. So find ways so that when people are searching, you are using keywords throughout your profile, naturally sprinkle them in so that you get ranked higher, and 2, make use of that tagline as well, so that when people are searching, hopefully you will come up in the top search results. And not only that, you will stand out. You will stand out because you're speaking directly to that person. So I don't know how valuable this video is, but I'm going to upload it anyway. I hope it aided your cue, Lisa, and anybody else who had it. If you would like me to recreate or even put together a getting started on LinkedIn guide. I really like that getting started on Twitter guide, so I'm thinking of doing those for a few. Just let me know. Never forget that you have the power to change the world, one connection and one conversation at a time. Much love from my heart to yours. And hopefully we speak soon. I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world, and I hope you have a beautiful weekend as well.